Virgo, welcome to your September reading. I apologize that these are late. I was running a little bit behind on love readings, so here we are. I do want to say happy birthday to all of you Virgos. I hope that you have an amazing month, have an amazing year, set your intentions for your next year. I hope you guys are really excited for what the future has to bring for you, okay? Definitely comment down below your birthday. See if you can find your birthday twin. That's always fun to do. And let's get into this. And now I do want to remind you that these messages are not going to resonate with all of you guys. This is going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but definitely check out your other signs if it's not hitting home for you, because, it's just like that sometimes with the generals. If you would like a personal reading, you can always reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. And I appreciate all of you guys that do. I love doing personal readings for you. And I just really appreciate all the support from Virgo, okay? Everyone who likes and shares and subscribes. It's really, really kind. It's just giving this little community that we've got here back good energy. And I just really appreciate it, okay? So I've already pulled the cards. Let's get straight into it. Now, as your animal spirit guide this month, what I got was the lamb. And I do love the lamb. Actually, the lamb energy really reminds me of hermit energy, but in the animal spirit guide, right? Because the lamb's all about honesty and wisdom and honest messages coming in. It's about following your light, right? Same kind of idea as the hermit, but it's about wisdom that you've acquired that kind of sets in, and it allows us, or it reminds us to be patient with ourselves, right? Be gentle with ourselves. It's the kind of knowing that comes when we're only like centered and alone, right? So some of you guys might be spending a little bit more time alone this month, even though it's your birthday month. Maybe you're not doing a whole lot of craziness to celebrate. I do see that there's a lot of traveling going on for some of you guys, but even in your times alone, I feel like you guys are being very, trying to be very clear on what it is that you want to do. Virgo energy, what it brings us is it brings us the truth in terms of what we need to perfect, what we need to fix, right? It's like the things that come up in our lives that have been challenging for us in the past, they come up again during the season a lot of times. And it's for us to have like a second chance in going back and perfecting the things, right? So spending that time by yourself, getting very clear on what it is that you want, what's true for you, really that inner wisdom. Some of you guys may be getting a message coming in from someone, could be someone that you love and trust and all those things, but I feel like there's messages coming to you everywhere. Be very, be very mindful of where you're placing your energy this month. And spend that good quality time with yourself too, even if you are, going to be busy, making sure that you're having time out for yourself, because I think that's going to be really good for you guys. Now, the bottom of the deck, you guys got the Ten of Swords, which I don't necessarily care for, but I wasn't too upset about it because the Six of Swords is right underneath it. So I feel like some of you guys may have walked away from a situation, and the Ten of Swords almost feels like it's a past energy of like, the thing with the Ten of Swords to me, like when the Ten of Swords hits, it doesn't necessarily hurt. I feel like when it's in its highest pain body is when it's more of Nine of Swords, because that's when you're just like can't eat, can't sleep, you're up at night. Ten of Swords to me is like the pain's done, I'm numb, I'm down, it's fine. You know what I mean? So a lot of you guys are coming over troubling times, troubling past with troubling people. And I feel like you guys are stepping into a whole new place of clarity and truth and all that for yourselves, right? Because Ten of Swords, tens are the ending of a cycle, and then we start again with the Ace, right? So I feel like whatever happened in the past, it's bringing you new clarity, new wisdom. So that's actually really good in terms of moving forward. Now, you guys have a lot of court cards, so I feel like I need to clarify a few things because I was like, whoa, 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 what's this, right? So you guys start out with the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. If there's anything that you guys have started and you kind of feel like you were kind of thrown into it, or you went about it pretty abruptly, pretty fast, you fell in deep, I feel like there is going to be a little bit of a slowdown. With that, that Leo energy, that's fire energy. So I think that really did light a fire up underneath both of you guys, or all of you guys. but I feel like at the end of the day, you may be slowing down to get down to the nitty-gritty details of the thing. Remember, Virgo season, it allows us the time to perfect things that needs the perfecting. So I think the Knight of Wands energy was really good for you in terms of, you know, the Knight of Wands, he's always trying something new. He's on a move and he's trying to explore. And so I think that was really helpful for you guys. Some of you guys, this might have to do with traveling that you've been doing or been planning and, you know, ready to take those trips. Some of you guys, this could have to do with your work, right? Because Wands do talk about career also. And so do the Pentacles. So I think there's been a lot of forward movement in terms of your work, most definitely. So that's really good. If you've been kind of feeling like you're all over the place trying to figure it out, I feel like you guys are coming to a place where you're going to land on something that is very, something that you can see yourself growing in and doing good long-term in. Now, Eight of Cups, I wanted to clarify that. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands, I wanted to clarify you guys got the Eight of Cups. So yeah, some of you guys may have walked away from something that hurt you, right? Going back to that Six of Swords and Ten of Swords, right? And then going from that Eight of Cups, that Knight of Wands. So I think that you guys have walked away from something that's familiar. It could be a relationship, could be a job, but what it's done is it's allowed other doors to open up and allowed you to kind of explore in different ways, which is, I think, really, really good for you guys. With that Knight of Pentacles, you come into a place a little bit more of a knowing, at least like a little bit more of an avenue of which way you want to go, right? Because a Knight of Pentacles, he really makes the plans. And with that Emperor clarifying it, I see you guys really taking control. So I think whatever, you know, Leo season brought you, August brought you in terms of exploration, I think it's been really good for you guys to know which direction when you want to go. And now you guys are making the active plans to do so, right? And really being the authority in your life, right? So I think that's really good. It's brought you a lot of opportunity of being able to take charge and, again, be true to yourself, right? So with that Page of Wands, we've got the Hangman energy. This is something that is, you know, you may have to surrender to something. This is something that I feel like it's something very new for you, right? With these Knights popping in and even this Page, because Page happens when we're on the cusp of new things. And there may be certain thoughts that you need to surrender to or certain things that you need to surrender to. Maybe it's not going to pop off exactly the way that you imagined or the way that you want it. But I think this is a really good time for you because what it will do is show you different perspective. I feel like there's a lot of travel coming up for you guys. A lot of travel. And even could be stepping into a job or position that requires you to travel a lot. There's some emphasis on children, especially if you have a fire sign child, Sagittarius, Leo, or I'm sorry, not Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But I feel like you guys are really wanting and going to be starting something new. I feel like you played with the idea. Maybe you need to slow some things down, get a little bit more clear, get a little bit more concise, or put yourself in a position where you can kind of take more authority and more control of it. There may be delays starting, especially if this is something that you're going to be starting after Halloween. I know we're talking about September, but it feels like you've got all of September to kind of make the plans for it. And then going forward, like in that Libra season, you're going to kind of more be executing it. But it feels like there's a little delay. Again, I think it's really an important time to stand still, get clear, look at things from a different perspective, especially if this is a business matter. And really trust the inner wisdom and the inner messages that are being told to you, or even the messages that you know, kind of pick up on through everyday action, right? Through other people or whatever, conversations. It's really important that you're entrusting that, okay? So next we've got the King of Cups. We've got the Death, and then we've got the World card. There's a big emphasis on whatever you change internally, it will show up externally. So whatever transformations you guys have done or doing or have been thinking about, whatever things you're trying to revamp, it's important to fix things on the inside first so that it shows up in our outer world. That's definitely a message for you guys. Now in your environment, you have the King of Cups here. So some of you guys may have some love coming in. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Does not have to be. This person is very kind-hearted, very loving, very emotionally intelligent, very patient. Shut the hell up. King of Cups twice. This person, this is a good person that's in your... Oh, the Lovers. Okay. Whether you're with this person or not, this person deeply loves you. They want to be your rock, and they are going to be your rock. So if you especially have been feeling a little stuck or feeling like you're a little confused, especially in terms of work matters, because this feels like it could be a lot of that, you've got someone who is solid, sticking by you, who wants to help and who wants to be your backbone. That's really beautiful energy. Really beautiful energy. Could definitely be a Scorpio, because again, we've got the Death card here. In terms of love, because this feels like this has to do with love too, you guys might be a little reluctant to kind of fall into this and move forward in this. And I feel like it could have to do with just being afraid of, you know, because things have happened in the past. But this is not it, because you seem to be different. This transformation applies to you as well. So things are different with you. I feel like you guys are kind of letting go of some control issues, especially with that Temperance card, being a little bit more patient, learning to go more with the flow. And that's really, really good for you. Really, really good for you. It may feel a little uncomfortable and a little crazy, but I think it's good for you. I think you guys are being definitely guided right now by spirit to make your next moves. But there's someone next to you with that King of Cups energy who really supports you and really loves you and really is there for you, is down for you, really sees you in a beautiful way. Now with the World, again, I feel like there's a lot of travel coming up for you guys, which makes sense to me. This is your birthday season. I hope you're taking some really cool trips. Definitely tell me about them below so I can be jealous. With the World card though, this is getting over some huge obstacles, Five of Wands, right? Some huge obstacles, some mess. So whatever you guys, whatever friction, again, that you guys dealt with maybe in the past, whatever ways that you were hurt in the past, betrayed in the past, whatever you had to walk away from, I feel like you can feel comfortable knowing that that is not going to be your story going forward. With this Four of Swords and Three of Swords, really take time to heal yourself if you're still suffering, if you're finding that you're still dealing with the leftover feelings of a heartbreak or a betrayal. I think meditation is going to be really good for you guys. Really solid for you guys. Three of Wands. Wait. I feel like, because this is clarifying the Four of Swords and Three of Swords, I feel like this healing is going to take a little time. But really, whatever your next step is for you, and this is whether you're, you've been disappointed in business, disappointed in relationships, whatever it is, it's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Focus on your work. Focus on taking authority, standing out. You guys are going to be having a lot of success, especially in terms of work. I think really standing out. Some of you guys might be getting some promotions this month, so congratulations in advance. That's really exciting. Look at this. Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Seven of Wands. Yeah, so there could be some competition, especially if you guys are up for a raise or up for a job. I feel like you guys have been trying to elevate yourselves. This, I think there's good news coming in. I think whatever this is, you guys are standing out above the crowd, so that's really, really good. It's just a matter of a waiting game, kind of. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for you, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles, sowing seed. So, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I think you guys are going to reap rewards, right? I think this is going to be a really good time of seeing some beautiful things come to your space that you've been working on. And again, I think with that Knight of Wands in the very beginning, you guys allowing yourself to explore has given room for this, right? So that's really exciting. Now, you guys do have reconciliation. So someone from your past is returning to your life. So sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but that could be a thing. This doesn't have to necessarily be in a love situation. This could be a friend returning. This could be someone that you haven't talked to and you bump into them, you know, that sort of a thing. But there may be someone returning from the past. That's definitely an possibility, right? And this may be something that you need to sit and think on because this is something that really hurt you. But in terms of career and in terms of just moving forward in general, you guys overall, I feel like you guys are doing really, really good. I feel like someone around you is definitely coming to a place where they're going to be really good emotional support for you, and you recognize that. And so just lean into that. I think that's really, really beautiful. Don't be scared of that, okay? And then you guys also got sever vows of poverty. So it says, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of doing any vows of poverty or self-denial that may have made consciously or unconsciously, or that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time, right? So words of affirmation might be a good thing in terms of, you know, kind of retraining our brain to think on a higher plane, so we're not letting these lower vibrational thoughts and these thoughts of lack kind of come and sink in. So I'm really excited for you guys. This looks like it's going to be a really powerful month. Lots of things changing, lots of things coming forward. It's also going to require a lot of patience from you. Okay, so I love you and I will see you next time. Bye, Virgo.